You're ready to wake up, you're going to wake up. And if you're not ready, you're going to stay pretending that you're just a little, poor little me.
Let me tell you something you already know. You ain't gonna believe this, but you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame. Like a big shadow.
I once had a shadow that wouldn't stop chasing me. But whenever I'd chase it, it would run away. I would throw my arms in frustration and it did the same. Only when it was dark out did the shadow ever leave me. But in the bright sun, there always seemed to be a dark figure connected to me. Moving when I moved and felt what I felt. It spoke to me as much as I spoke to it. It never really answered back, but I guess that's because I never really asked anything to begin with. Its body language was so dull. The way it mimicked my shuffling feet on the ground every day after school, how I sometimes would compete with who could keep their head down looking at the ground the longest, and it would always win. 'Cause I never do. Unlike this shadow, I'm not see-through. I can't be myself, so how about I go ahead and try and be you? When you say that you don't want to be my friend, I realize that my shadow on the street grew. See, this shadow's been with me for a while. Since I cried when I got rejected in grade 1, since I failed my first test in grade 5, was cut from the soccer team in grade 9, by the time I was in grade 12, I was surrounded by hundreds of people. But all I had was this shadow. It's gotten pretty heavy moving around. It's like it carries the weight of every other shadow that's overlapped it. And since it's there every time I look down, sometimes I just feel like I should fall into its place and do exactly what it does. Maybe I should just follow others and do exactly what they do. Maybe then I'd have a friend. Maybe then I'll start a trend. Maybe I should just surrender and live in this shadow. Blame it for all my shortcomings and grow the shadow taller to cover those up. And blame it for how I can never feel as though I'm in the lead. Blame it for making me a follower. Blame it for wasting all my time. But blame myself for letting it take over my mind. Then I began to realize that my shadow only appeared in the sunshine. When I'm in the dark, I'm on my own. Surrounded by darkness that my shadow blends with, as if it can't be seen with me in front of darkness. Like it was scared of itself. 'Cause if I saw it, I'd realize how small it was compared to all the darkness around me. But the second darkness leaves, shadow starts to follow me. So shadow in the dark is me in the light. It's weak, so I became a friend of the dark and chose to accept its power. And the more I did, the smaller shadow became. Not in size, but from perspective of my eyes, and that was enough to keep me satisfied. And there I realized that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So when I needed help, I looked around and saw nobody but myself, so I searched from within. Now I'm a new me. And every day I pray that my shadow stays in good health, 'cause I had to leave my shadow in the darkness with the other shadows of my old self.